integration. So from the first part, we know the f of x using partial fractions decomposition. This is what we are integrating. So the integral from 1 to 0, from 0 to 1 of that function. Now we can integrate this guy easily using this rule. So the integral is just ln the denominator. So we have ln the denominator. We don't need to use the absolute value, divided by -1 because the chain rule, and because this is -1x here, or we divide by the derivative of the denominator here. And for this guy here, so instead of 1 plus 3x squared, I'm just gonna write it down as root 3x all squared. Notice that it is actually the same as 3x squared, just like this, but in this form. If you look at the MF19, we can see we have this kind of formula, right? So we also make it 1 squared here, so we can identify the a clearly. So using this formula, we have 1 over a, again the a is 1, inverse tangent x over a, but we are using root 3x in this case. It's not just x, so it's root 3x over 1, and we divide by root 3 because of the chain rule again. So we can use this formula in MF19 the way it is. If we have x, because we have root 3x, we have to divide by root 3. Same thing here. We can use this formula. If it's just x, there's no chain rule needed. But if it's 3 minus x, we have to divide by -1. Okay, that's the chain rule. Now we plug in 1, plug in 0, and subtract. So if we simplify a little, -2 times something, and here we have 1/3 times something. We plug in 1 and we plug in 0, and then we subtract. So since we need the exact value, you cannot use your calculator for the whole calculation because you will get decimals. So just do it manually. 3 minus 1 is 2, and root 3 times 1. Actually, you can use your calculator for this inverse tangent, but don't use the 1 over root 3 also, because if you do this as a whole, you will probably get a decimal. So just do this part only, and you should get pi over 3. And here, this ln 3, and from here you can use your calculator and you will get 0 actually here. So now we use the logarithm rule. You can move this to inside the logarithm. It becomes the power of this argument. So we have 2 squared, which is 4, and we do the same thing for this 2 here. You can move it here, you get 9, and minus times minus, we get plus, and we can combine. So we have minus ln 4 plus ln 9, so that's just ln 9 over 4. So subtraction becomes division, and just rewrite the other term. Okay, that's it. I'll see you again next time.